Hey, welcome back to Mobility Project. I want to talk about a great company, a company I'm really proud of and be associated with. It's Fire Breather Athletics. We'll put the link up on the site. This is Greg Amundsen. Greg Amundsen's one of the original kind of great integrated athlete men. He just blows my mind. And one of the things he does is make some incredible shirts. This is this shirt that it's called See Potential, and this is his new one. And he did this for all the kids on the MobilityWOD and kind of part of the Mobility Project. Take a look over there. You don't see that every day. Princess, side of the bear. Hey, bear, say hey. Hey. You can come out. Just 1 second, buddy. What we want to show you today, though, is, we're always talking about, and I think it's appropriate for this shirt, is that, mobility is really a tool for position. And position is really about being able to express potential. And so when we see people in bad positions or kind of bleeding force or dumping torque or blowing tension off, what we see is it's a lot of lost force production. And most of the time, the athletes who are the most integrated and most efficient in terms of position are the most dominant athletes. We're moving away from a paradigm of, hey, I can work harder and outwork everyone, to the most efficient athlete who's also the most effective athlete is always going to win. And you're going to see this time and time again. So to kind of celebrate this notion of seeing potential in all human movement and seeing potential, what we're going to do today is work on our 10-minute squat. So buckle on down, put yourself into a good position, and you'll notice that as I descend, knees go out. So knees go out in that bottom position. I want to arrive on tension. If I squat down, try to get my knees out, not going to work. The tissues will settle into a bottom position. Come join me, Bear. You should squat down for us. Come on, Princess. Squat on down. This, it's almost like you asked. This is resting or a pulse oximeter, and I want to talk about as we're sitting down at our 10-minute squat test today. And one of the metrics that we're looking at for, hey, squat down, come on, sit down next to me. Squat down. Squat down. No. Yeah, squat down. There you go. Piece it right here. One of the metrics that we look at for kind of looking at recovery is resting heart rate. You can have it in just a second. And this resting heart rate, this is we got ours from restwise.com, and Restwise is a company that has a pretty good algorithm for scoring your recovery. They look at how much water you've lost, desire to train, weight, things like that. Knock you down. Of course you can. And there is the balance of the world, isn't it? So take a look at this. One of the nice things about this is, wearing a heart monitor to bed is a pain in the ass. You can wake up in the morning, slip this on, pass back out, and actually get a pretty good resting heart rate idea. I think they're about 20 bucks. The other thing that is interesting as an athlete is that when you blow up, we like to see how far we can desaturate. And that speaks to the kind of your the oxygen saturation percentage. And this thing will give you an oxygen saturation percentage. One of the nice things about using this as a tool in the morning is that they've started to be able to correlate when we see dips in oxygen saturation. So if you're normally like 97, 98%, all of a sudden you're at 94, that may be a sign that you're a little bit overtrained, maybe a sign that you're kind of swelling in the bronchioles. And many athletes can relate to this, that sometimes you start to feel like you're getting sick, you're like, wonder if I should train or not. And it turns out, if you have this metric on there, you can correlate that maybe if you're seeing that dip in oxygen saturation, that may correlate to the swelling in your lungs. Go out, eat a bunch of gluten, go ahead and watch what happens to the systemic inflammation, your oxygen saturation. You're going to get the idea, but Restwise, this is a great tool in the arsenal of every athlete. It's very simple to take your resting heart rate unless you're being bombarded by children at 6 in the morning. And definitely something to be thinking about. Looking at resting heart rate, looking at oxygen saturation upon rising, and then it's always fun to throw this on one of your cyanotic friends when they jump off the erg, and you can have a contest to see who can desaturate the most. Some of the best Tour de France riders can get down into the 80s, and they can. Hey, that's exactly what that Buddha is for. For climbing on. That stone Buddha deserves all the shit it gets. Show that again. And then to wrap up with Fire Breather Athletics and the Buddha and the bear and all these things coming together. If you look over here, look what just got dropped off. That's Stunner of the Month. Believe it or not, all of these things are coming together. Weekly Stunner of the Month, or our monthly Stunner of the Month subscription is here. Dude, the world is all right. We'll see you guys tomorrow. You take one of those?
Yes.
Take that to Mama. We'll see you guys tomorrow.